it got messed up.
The stream is on.
Okay. I'm just going to be, maybe just sitting in black at the back of mine. So keep going. You know what? Just you do your
Now,
thing.
from 21Alive Plus, this is your Fastcast.
Good morning, and thanks so much for joining us on your Monday morning. First this morning, we're going to get a quick check of your weather forecast with meteorologist Liz Braden, and we're going through it here this morning.
Get a load of this girl with the screen blacked out behind her. It's like someone messed up. I'll put a little weather cam, although it's going to be some double action. So
that's okay. You know, we're just two girlies trying to put this content out for you. We don't have our sky view camera. Liz is coming out with just a black screen behind her.
It's Monday.
We're trying our best on this Monday morning. Yeah. But okay, we want to talk about the weather real quick. Yeah. This weekend, Liz, was absolutely amazing. Beautiful. I was so against, jumping into fall, and I'm like, maybe I'm a little convinced now. It was pretty nice. Maybe if we could stay like mid-60s to low 70s.
The amount of memes I saw come out over the internet that were like Midwesterners the second it hits 60 degrees, and they're like making the chili, busting out the flannels, big smile on their faces. I'm like, this was me. This was me this weekend.
I was very excited. I got my new pair of Uggs, and I was like tromping around in my, fall footwear and everything. So,
well, we're going to have to put the fall vibes on hold for a little bit because we are going right back to summer for the next few days. So,
okay.
Yeah, the summer weather lovers, your time is coming and it's almost here. I want to show you temperatures right now across the country. Early this morning, we're waking up to the upper 40s and low 50s. So another cold start to the day as you get ready to head out. We're 49 degrees in Fort Wayne. It's 44 in Decatur as people head out. 51 in Columbia City. 48 in Huntington right now. Temperatures today make it into the upper 70s, so it will be warmer than what we had over the weekend, but not a whole lot warmer. The true summer heat comes in for Wednesday and Thursday. Listen, if you still have the pool ready to go, the water temperature is probably pretty darn cold compared to what we had over the weekend because the highs and the lows just really tanked. But if you can still get outside and try to enjoy Wednesday and Thursday, especially since those days are going to be sunny, you might be able to have maybe one last dip. Next week, I've been looking at a lot of these extended forecasts, Jess, and most of them are looking like we try to hold slightly above average for the next few weeks, but that doesn't mean the 90s are coming back. I think this might be our last stay in the 90s, probably upper 70s to low 80s for next week. And then there's some indications of another big cold front trying to swing in that we'll have to keep an eye on.
Okay, upper 70s, low 80s is pretty good. I don't think we need to continue on with the 90s,
Yeah,
maybe in June when the pools are all open. But now, we're back in the swing of things. Kids are back in school. All of those things, we don't need it to be 90.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of getting towards that time of year. I mean, listen, it's 90 degrees this Thursday, but people still have their Halloween decorations already ready to go and even out in some cases. So this isn't really going to be stopping any dedicated Halloween lovers.
Yeah, I don't think those two things should coexist.
I don't either.
All right, Liz, thanks so much. Okay, it's been 2 years since the rollout of the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. This is a great resource here. And now there's a new tradition aimed at raising awareness about this resource. September 8th, which was yesterday, is now known as National 988 Day. That Crisis Lifeline expanded last year to include more services for Spanish speakers, LGBTQ+ youth, and young adults. Now, the director of the Lifeline tells us many people don't know that they can just dial those 3 numbers to get one-on-one mental health help 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Uh-oh, doesn't sound like you can hear from her. Well, she says that there are also options specifically for people with hearing impairments as well as veterans, service members, and their family. Unfortunately, we for some reason cannot hear what she was saying, but if you want more information on this story, you can go on our website. That's 21alivenews.com. Okay, now we want to switch to the latest from Georgia. It's still unclear when classes are going to resume at a Georgia high school. That was the scene of a deadly mass shooting last week. Now, the principal at Appalachia High School outside of Atlanta sent a letter to parents and students yesterday. She said school leaders are trying to determine the next steps for students and staff, and students will be allowed to retrieve their belongings this afternoon, but the school is trying to figure out the best way to move forward. A teenage gunman allegedly opened fire in the school last Wednesday. Now we're learning the suspect's aunt says his mother had called a school counselor the morning of the shooting to warn them about, quote, an extreme emergency. You may remember 2 teachers and 2 students died. 9 others suffered injuries, and the suspect and his father are both facing murder charges. That's, of course, a story we're continuing to follow for you guys. All right, Liz. Well, that's all we have for today. I don't have a fun story for us to talk about here today. Yeah. I see you have the sky behind us now, though. Let's move to that. That looks a lot better.
Good old-fashioned way through the weather graphics.
I love to see it. Well, it's a nice little sunrise out there to start off our Monday.
It is. And you know what? You notice it's a little hazy. It's not quite as bright. We have a little bit more Canadian wildfire smoke aloft, and we'll probably have that today and tomorrow. So it does mean you'll see more pink and red hues for the sunrises and sunsets.
Okay, well, at least something slightly positive is coming out of it. All right, there's your live look outside this Monday morning. We hope you guys have a great day, and we're back here again tomorrow.